Hello everyone and welcome to Breaking News. A local teen decided to express his edginess and rebellion towards society by choosing to wear a shirt depicting a man exhaling smoke to school. He said, "I just saw it in Newbury Comics and knew it was the perfect comment on society." He didn't want to expand, and I'm pretty sure it's because he can't, but I think the only thing that would have been even more rebellious is if he wore one of those Andy Warhol Marilyn Monroe shirts. That would have showed him. A man was surprised and confused when he found himself using math for the first time after college. He said, "I guess I focused so much on telling the teacher how I was never going to use this crap in real life anyway that I never really entertained the possibility that I would." The math that he's mentioning, by the way, was Googling 20% of 28 for his dinner bill. It's 5.6, by the way. Whatever, it counts. Going to the dentist was recently rated as the most dreaded activity in America, which I agree with 100%. I really don't understand how dentists have gotten away with what they do for so long. I mean, think about it. What information do you really get out of going to the dentist except for the fact if you have a cavity or not? That's basically it. And not to cut down dentists or anything, but anyone can look into your mouth and recognize that, oh wait, teeth aren't supposed to be black and rotting out of your mouth. And no, I haven't been flossing, but anyone's gums will bleed if you shove string between their teeth. Now let's move on to our politics section. President Trump recently went on a trip to Syria, and it went exactly as you'd expect it to. After his sword dancing fiasco in Saudi Arabia, that's real, by the way, look it up, people were concerned. Rightly concerned. As it turns out, on the dancing front, the trip was uneventful. On the political front, though, it was not. Which isn't surprising, considering it was only a few months ago that he banned refugees from Syria from entering into our country. So yeah, if the guy that sent you back to your war-torn country and away from the American dream walked into your door, you'd be pretty mad too. Remember the border wall that Trump promised would, quote, go up so fast your head will spin? Well, that wall just keeps getting better and better. Even though we are 406 days into his presidency, the wall keeps changing. The wall is fluid, I guess. But anyway, the wall has some new features that I'm sure everyone will be really excited about. In addition to being really tall and featuring slanted walls that allow people on the other side of the border to see in but not get in, the wall will now feature more ways to make sure whoever is trying to get past it will really be trying hard. Trump's list of inclusions contain, but aren't limited to, laser dodging, bop it extreme, lava spikes, and inauguration trivia. Maybe he's trying to make sure that they wish they stayed on their side. With the many recent tragedies, the issue of gun control keeps getting brought up more and more. You know what, actually? This is not the time or place to talk about guns. We'll just wait till next time. With the recent government shutdown, it only seems fair to get the truth from the woman at the center of it all. I'd now like to welcome White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Welcome.
President Trump was simply making a joke. He was in no way trying to offend the American people.
Wow. Okay. What?
Sorry, just instinct.
Okay. Anyways, Trump is blaming the Democrats for the government shutdown that happened a little while ago. Do you think that's really fair? I mean, the Republicans have the majority right now in Washington.
I think it's more than fair. I truly believe that the Democrats are trying to ruin the presidency for Mr. Trump.
How are they ruining it? I mean, it seems like he's doing most of the ruining himself.
Hey, that's not fair. They're ruining it by taking everything he's saying and putting it out to the news in a way that's bad.
What do you mean in a way that's bad? It's bad enough as it is. They don't need to really change anything.
Look, Mr. Trump is a perfect specimen. Just ask his doctor. He's never done anything negative to anyone, as far as I know.
Well, I think that speaks to how much you know. Now, what about the tweet where he called various countries S-holes?
I'd have to get back to you on that.
What do you mean you have to get back to me?
I said I'll have to get back to you.
Well, I mean, there should be nothing to get back to. The point is that he called these countries,
I'll check and get back to you.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'll certainly check back in and get back to you.
Okay, you know what? I didn't want to do this, but here's a clip from CNN.
I'd have to check on that and get back to you. I'd have to get back to you on that. I'd have to certainly check into that. I'd have to check on that and get back to you. It's something I'd have to check into and get back to you. We'll try to look into that. I'd have to look into that. We will certainly let you know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know and we'll let you know. I hate to sound like a broken record. I'll let you know. We'll let you know. We'll let you guys know. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. Certainly let you know. Let you know if that's going to happen. I'll certainly keep you posted. We'll keep you posted. I'll circle back with you. We'll continue to keep you guys updated.
Are you saying you will ask him and get back to us?
No, I said I would have to in order to answer that question.
What do you have to say to that?
I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Good riddance. Now on to sports. It was recently announced that the extremely controversial XFL League will be returning in 2020. For those who don't know, the XFL was a failed attempt way back in the year 2001 to serve as a sort of competition for the NFL. Anyway, the XFL is coming back, and they're now choosing to be the exact opposite of the NFL. They will have safer rules, going to extreme lengths to prevent concussions and stop performance-enhancing drugs. I'm sorry, I'm totally kidding. No, it's going to be way worse. The Olympics recently finished at Pyeongchang, and many people are wondering what happens to the athletes that didn't get the gold. Olympic quality athletes don't go to waste, do they? Well, yes they do. The Sochi 2014 Olympians, who didn't get the gold, are currently working at the Kazan ice rink, teaching classes on Sundays and sizing skates the rest of the week. The second and third place teams in the curling category are now doing mostly janitorial work and a little interpretive dancing on the side. The luge athletes are throwing themselves down mountains, presumably to train for the 2022 Olympics. Before we move on to our next segment, I've been asked to make this announcement. A friendly reminder from middle school basketball coaches: all black zig techs still exist. Now let's take a look at what's happening in entertainment. With the Oscars quickly approaching, many people are celebrating the diversity at this year's event. However, in this day and age, there is always a protest. And this time, it's fighting for the inclusion of Boo 2 of Medea Halloween for Best Picture. People are saying that it has a diverse cast, deals with race issues and gender identity with Tyler Perry's role symbolic of the fight for LGBT rights, and the movie also contains people of color overcoming obstacles. So I say it's a shoo-in, and I also blame it on a racist academy. Art is relative, but sometimes not. A local art gallery in Oregon has started to display art that is, well, relatively speaking, atrocious. Examples include a plain red dot on a blank canvas. Apparently that represents, quote, the rare moment of calm on the rocky sea of life. Give me a break. That took at most 2 seconds. Oh, and then we have, yes, this beauty. Wow. This is titled Parental Controls. And honestly, with this one, your guess is as good as mine. Lastly, and my personal favorite, opportunities. Are you serious right now? It's a blank canvas. The artist went to Michael's, spent $4.99, and now they're in a museum. Unbelievable. Our desk piece today is a study that was recently put out by the daily tabloids, listing the 10 worst things to hear on an airplane. To see this in action, we now turn to our breaking news reenactment of the worst things to hear on an airplane.
Another whiskey on the rocks, please. So, is anyone on board a specialist in, fixing engines? If so, please report to the cabin. Now. Attention all passengers. If you feel anything touching your ankle, just freeze. But, seriously, there's no cameras in here, right? Doug, turn off the lights. This is gonna be hilarious. Think they'll make a movie about me if I land this puppy in the river? Yeah, we'll be fine. This job's a joke. Yeah, can you see the TV okay? For better or for worse, we'll be on the news.
This has been Breaking News. I'm your host, Shane Joseph. Stay tuned.
So, what brings you to my office today?
Well, I have a business associate whom I have worked with for years, and we have certain differences, to put it lightly, and one of which, let me tell you this, is that he is late to everything, as is evident by the fact that he's not here. So this is not a solo session, this is a duo session.
Duo session.
And he's not here,
And
like
when will
always.
said partner be arriving?
Well, the thing is that he's one of the many problems with him is that he's always late. And if you couldn't tell, he's late today.
And when is he supposed to arrive?
Well, he was supposed to arrive when I arrived, which was 30 minutes ago. And hey, man, you're here.
Hi.
I made it. Speak of the devil,
Oh,
literally.
there he is.
Hi.
Hey.
Not saying anything bad about me.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
you too.
I'd like to ask you what brings you to my office today.
So basically, the studio has asked me to come here and kind of just fix some problems that have been going on and they think has been affecting my performance.
Sure. And how has these perceived problems impacted you on a physical, emotional, or spiritual level?
Well, definitely not spiritual.
Specifically spiritual.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's involved whatsoever.
Oh,
but
okay.
basically, the problem started a while ago, honestly, and I think it's jealousy.
Jealousy.
Okay, no, don't put worms in my mouth. That's not.
So
That's not what it is.
happened
Oh,
It's not-
excuse me.
Sorry.
He's speaking right now, and he needs to just work through his feelings.
You're right.
You'll get a chance to do that,
Yes.
but for right
Yes.
now, I need to hear
I'm
his
sorry.
side of the
Yeah,
story.
yes,
sorry.
the adults are speaking. So
Okay.
basically,
This kind of thing.
it was
See that
It was
that's what
well,
we're
because-
trying to avoid here.
That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's
one
very
of the
offensive.
many
It's
issues.
demeaning.
It's
the
designed
meaning
to
of
work.
life. It's
So I'd like to ask you your side of the story,
Okay, yeah.
but
Sure.
try to be as free of negative language as possible. Because in this office, we promote a healthy mindset. Healthy mindset. So proceed.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. So I'll start, but he's falling asleep before he interrupts again. I want to say one more thing because
Yeah,
he's-
here we
he's-
go. Excuse me.
He's doing it.
Interrupt- You're gonna have to leave.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to help.
He's not being
acceptable.
helpful.
I'm sorry.
Go
Can I
ahead.
go on? So the point I was trying to make was that, I'm an honest guy. I think most people in this room are honest guys. You're honest. Do the math.
It's important to cultivate.
Okay, well, he just singled me out.
What did I just
I was
say?
in the middle of a story.
No
You weren't in the
interruptions.
middle of a
Oh,
story.
you know.
No
faces.
interruptions.
Sorry. Okay, well, what do you want
Ask
me to
him
do?
to leave. Ask
Get
him to
out!
leave.
No, come on.
I need
He was
you to
kidding,
leave.
but I
Come
think he
on.
should
You know what?
actually leave.
Leave. You're banned from this
Don't
office.
beanie anyway.
He's banned
Wow, that's extreme.
forever.
Really?
Forever.
Good. Okay. Can
Please go
I
ahead.
can continue?
If I had tissues, I would offer you one.
I probably will eat some. But not
I can
now.
give you metaphorical tissues.
That's not gonna help. If I could just continue on with saying,
Go ahead, please.
this
Please.
is gonna be a little hard to do, but
We can get through this together.
yeah, I figured. So about like
What they're paying me for.
but yeah, about like a few years ago or something like that, I was working with Mr. Joseph and he like.
Boo!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding
Where is
me?
that coming
He's
from?
outside the door. He's listening.
Boo!
Can you remove him?
Get out of this
Hey,
office now.
hey,
You're
whoa, whoa,
banned.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa,
banned.
whoa.
I'm calling security. I am so sorry about that,
No, it's
sir.
fine. It's fine. Sorry, that was like that hit
That
close.
will never happen again in this office.
I hit close though is the thing, because about what I was about to say was that a few years ago, almost the exact same thing happened, where I was filming on our set, and he's
What was
in
that?
his room again.
I couldn't let this
I asked
continue.
you to leave.
I know, I couldn't let this continue.
I asked
but
you to
I
leave.
really, I feel like I got it under
was-
control, and I'm ready to go, so,
Any more outbursts?
yes.
He's out.
I'm calling security.
I'm
You're
sorry.
out of here.
All right,
sorry.
till he's out.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Can I don't know.
I'm the good guy.
He was in the middle of talking.
Can I finish the story? Because
If you're gonna sit here, I
Convenient
need you to be
timing.
respectful to him.
I'm respectful.
Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
as if-
respectful.
His red beanie might not be the most fashionable
Yeah, it's
thing,
not.
but
My mother did this for me.
that's besides the point.
It's not.
Alright, go on.
All
Get
right.
to your point.
Okay.
Please.
So back to the dishonesty thing is that, back a few years ago, what I was talking about is that we were working on a show together, and he said, "Hey man, look, you're gonna be the star tonight." And I said, "I'm ready." And
Were you ready?
I was ready, and I put a lot of effort in this role, which is why I was so invested in it. And so all of a sudden, imagine my surprise when it's showtime. They call my name, and there's no one there.
That's
Empty
disheartening.
stage.
Can I
It was
provide
disheartening.
I'd like to, yes, I'd
Okay,
like to
good.
ask your side of the story.
Here's what
Not
happened.
true.
Here, I haven't started.
I'm just
So
saying.
here's what
You
happened.
need to be just as respectful.
No, you're right.
There
You
was a
need to be
point
respectful
where the
to
two of us were equal partners, okay? And I tried my best to include him, and I was really inclusive, and I was helpful, and because
He's lying.
was really hard to work with, so that was.
He's doing the dishonest.
I asked you not to interrupt.
Thank you.
I just
That was
pointed
something that I found hard
No,
to work with.
but you can't interrupt.
It
me.
wasn't an
So
interruption.
we-
It was,
No, but
it was an
was.
interjection.
But it was.
See,
You're
this is
being
what
a
I'm talking
hypocrite.
about. This is what I'm talking about.
Both
I
of
was
you
interjecting.
are
This-
incredibly toxic human beings.
Well,
Just
that's not.
that's-
No,
That's a stretch.
You
One of us.
are.
That's
It's no
exaggeration.
wonder
Yeah,
why you're
one
in
of
show
us is.
business.
Yeah, him.
Oh, that was
Oh.
rude. But
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Two
out of the
thirds.
yeah, we've already been over the 2/3. But here's the thing: the reason why it can sometimes come off that I am mean or whatever.
My feelings.
we try
That's
to-
why I'm crying, you jerk.
We tried to wean him out a little bit because he
From-
wasn't doing anything productive, really.
Well, I was a star on the. I
I
was gonna
think
be a
that's-
star.
Can either of you just go 0.5 seconds without talking?
Half a second.
1, 2, 3, 4, and we're back. So the problem that I foresaw
Can't even count.
and that has came to fruition is that
Big word.
he's difficult to work with. Here's the problem. It was from the beginning. He's presenting his story as kind of a sob story.
Because I made me stop.
But he was difficult to work with from the beginning. I knew it. The producers knew it. Everybody knew it. And that's kind of where it started to go downhill. And I think now that he's reached bottom,
I haven't.
he's trying
Sorry.
to kind of redeem himself
I-
by living through me, I guess.
No,
That's not true.
that's not what I've heard from him.
Right when he left.
Which
Um,
makes sense.
But
he's
I
dishonest.
want to ask you
Yeah.
how him living through you, if he's not directly impacting you,
Yeah, I don't know. He is.
is bad.
Because he doesn't
If
deserve
in
it.
your opinion,
He
of
doesn't
course.
deserve it. That's
His
why.
opinion doesn't matter though.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This just disrespect kind of thing.
It's not a disrespect.
That's what made me throw you out from day one.
Dave, what? Are you kidding me? We were partners for years.
Yeah, no, we weren't. We weren't paying. We weren't paying you. It was monopoly money. So, okay, this is kind of between us right now.
He's sleeping.
It was monopoly money. That happens when you start talking. Do you have input?
Yes.
'Cause I really would actually like
You would
to-
actually like to hear it?
Yes,
Can
I
say
would.
what
I
it
would.
is?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest, okay? Because we've established I'm an honest guy. Shane's show is moderately successful.
Very
You know,
successful.
so here's like success, and yours would be like here-ish. And
It's really not that close in your opinion.
no, well this is moderate. This is like
Okay, all
very.
right. You don't go on.
So my point is, Shane has a lot of great qualities about being a
Sure.
host.
Love
I
it.
would agree.
And a lot more bad ones though. Like, way more.
That's pretty insulting.
That's subjective, but it's true. And the thing is, his bad qualities, I have the opposite of those bad qualities. So basically,
Yeah,
if you
but two
took
wrongs
Shane,
don't make it right.
no, I have the opposite of them. So your bad qualities are actually my good qualities.
What? Can you give an example?
So you're dishonest. You're a lying.
No.
Oh,
okay.
whoa,
I
okay.
didn't mean to
That's
say
it.
that.
You know
I
what?
didn't mean to
You
say
know what?
that.
Sir,
I
you're
just
gonna
think
have
I
to
should be
leave.
the host.
You know what? You're gonna have
You
to
should
leave.
leave. I'm sorry.
You can't use that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
I have a pet
because I'm a
snake.
nice guy.
I'm a pet snake, and
You're gonna have to go.
Because I'm a nice guy.
offensive to
Because I'm a nice
snake
guy
owners everywhere.
and an honest guy. I'm
No.
gonna be honest and say that I'm leaving right now.
Goodbye.
And I'm the nice guy. I don't want any part of this.
Goodbye.
Yeah, good riddance.
I'm sorry you had to endure that.
Yeah, that was tough.
Is there any final comments you'd like to say before we end the session? Anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to get out into the open?
No, not really. Actually, I wouldn't
No?
say that. If anything, I would just say this has been breaking news. I'm Shane Joseph. Stay tuned.